Kia ora, Humanimals. So, by extremely popular demand, and when I say popular demand, I mean from our lovely Betsy B, and of course we should include J and 112. By popular demand, Humanimal does stuff. So what are we doing today? Since some of the first videos that I made on YouTube were about diet, and indeed actually that's how J Oman 112 found Humanimal channel. It was because of the videos I made about Freely, the banana girl, something very specific that I won't mention here because we are talking about food. I don't want to put some of you off, but the least lazy ones of you, if you haven't seen it, you can go back and you'll be able to find those two videos that I made to Freely. But I thought, well, okay, let's film something. I wasn't inspired to say anything else. I have been watching a lot of true crime. I do have ideas on things, but really, you know, I'm not finding that I've got anything significant to say about some of the topics we've been discussing here. So here goes. It's a very rainy day here in Vegas, and so I've actually got the oven on. This doesn't happen a lot in Brisbane. If you live in Queensland, you know this. You're not often cooking with an oven. It's way too hot. Why do we want to heat our homes up? But one of my friends that sometimes comments on this channel, S. Mathers, I'll joke to him, you know, well, you know, to us, you know, on sale or special it's a food group. It's a food group. And for me, I'm not put off by things that are on sale, on special, you know, depending what they are. But more specifically, if it's meat, particularly if it's high quality things that I might not spend $30 on a chicken, but I might buy it for 10. And that's what I've done here. So here we go. It's about ready to come out. Normally I'd rest this for a while. So what I've done, you might think, well, if you could see over here, you'd think, this looks a little bit strange. This poor chicken has no wings. But that's because Carnivore dog got the wings before I put it in the oven. So I cut the wings off. And then I've also stuffed it with on sale sausages. They are organic sausages. They're Australian, of course, and they have roasted garlic and Shiraz and parsley and something called smoked lardon. And lardon, it only can be something fatty. I mean, I'm a pleb, I don't really know what this is, but I'm thinking it's probably something to do with pork to make it juicy. So I put some of the sausages inside this poor little chooken, and then I've put the rest of it around. And I don't recommend this for people like myself that suffer arthritis. I've put 2 whole beautiful tomatoes, but again, they were just so nice. I couldn't resist. I barely eat them. And what's lovely is that you can mush up a roasted tomato. It just makes, you know, it just gives something a lovely, saucy, moist, you know, yummy, mouthy, scrummy experience, doesn't it? So don't often eat them, but there they are. I don't eat them because they're part of the nightshade family, and nightshades like, you know, tomato and eggplant and potato People with arthritis need to avoid those. So another thing I normally do is baste the chicken. I baptize it, basically like I'm trying to inspire Jesus to come back from the dead. But I bought some Eat Me Today salmon as well. It was $5, not $15. I bought 3 packs of it. Carnivore dog's been enjoying that, as have I. But it came with this crust that you're supposed to put on the salmon, and I've put it on the chicken. So I haven't basted this chicken, but I did shove some lemon up under the skin. Lemon and chicken is absolutely beautiful. So what I'm going to do is, I've got a Pyrex dish, which actually comes with a lid. I've got a red lid here. And I'll just start now deconstruct this poor little sacrificed bird. These are some of the sausages. There's sausages that I've cooked with it. And I'll just put it into here and seal that up and keep that. I'll have some dinner, and then I'll have some leftovers for a couple of meals later. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you that. I usually, not just because I'm a little bit lazy, but I don't usually stuff birds unless I just put hot, I kind of do a Jamie Oliver thing where I might put lemon and herb and things like that inside the chicken when it's cooking, to keep it moist and to infuse flavor throughout. But I thought I'd try with these sausages, with these Eat Me Today sausages. When I see something that's normally $15 and it's $3, I think, well, that's for me, because if it's organic, if it's something nice, I'm not having to, because I'm just me, I can buy something that I'm going to eat that day. And I can buy things that Carnivore Dog is just going to eat that day. So I guess I'm a little bit, other people might not want to buy those items. I have no problem with these items. I will often buy meat and just let it sit in my fridge sealed, and let it get a little high, because this is the bacteria that you need in your gut. Anywho, so I don't know, do you want to see me take this chicken out and put it in here? This is probably so boring. Here I have a banana getting super ripe for my possums that live in the house. That's what that is. And I like to use cleavers, and I also like to use kitchen scissors. If you don't use scissors in the kitchen, you're failing in kitchen skills. That's what Marthanimal says. Did you see what I did there? Marthanimal, Martha Stewart animal. Okay, so you really need to get used to using scissors for fish and for chicken. I have to say, now, because this was high quality chicken, he wasn't overfed. He's not sort of plump and fat, and his bones aren't so big but weak that they're broken. When you get a chicken that's got a broken leg, it just is so heartbreaking. That they've just suffered, right? But this is actually a lean chicken, but I know it's high quality. It was something like a $27 chicken that I think I got for $7, and I'm very happy with that. And I'm just taking the chicken and my little chicken sausages here. I guess I'll see what's happened to the chicken sausages inside. There's lots of yummy juices in the pan, and I will not waste them. There's lots of fat in there, so that won't go to waste. Every time I cook something where fat renders down, particularly if it's bacon, but anything, lamb, anything. If you have some little glass dishes with lids, or glass jars that you've sterilised, pour off the fat into that and use it again to cook. You know, don't waste the good stuff. Okay, well, I feel like this has been jolly boring, but that's stuff I do. Stuff I do is I cook meat, a lot of meat. I have fallen off the wagon, particularly in the last year, as far as falling off the carnivore train, and it doesn't make me happy. I don't feel good. So maybe again, remember once, some of you might remember where we did the 4-week challenge. We got back into doing running and sprints. I haven't been able to run since then, really, because I've been in a lot of pain. But maybe we could do that together. Comment below if you want to do some sort of program with me. If you think, I like the way that Humanimal thinks about food and exercise. If you'd like to do another program with me, well, I'd be happy to do that, because I want to get back into that as well. We all know that I fell off my bicycle recently, and that was actually quite scary. It was more harmful to me physically than the motorcycle accident that I had. So I'm wanting to find other ways to stay fit. So if you want to do that with me, and if you want to know more about what I think about food, tell me down below. Maybe we can start our own little series. Sorry, this is it's a difficult angle to try and get. I don't know what to do here. But if there are things that you're struggling with, health-wise, fitness-wise, anything like that, I mean, if in any way that I can support you or give you some advice, I mean, I really will. I do have a lot of knowledge around various things, and if I can responsibly help you, I am more than happy to do so. So I want to get back into shape. If you do too, maybe we can do it together. I know that there will be some people saying, what? Eating roast chicken and chicken sausages? That's not getting into shape. I can tell you now, it really is. Look, wait there. This is just a steak. It's not a high quality steak or anything, but if you were to slice this just like that, you could put a little lemon juice on it, or a tiny bit of sour cream, or something, whatever makes it easier at first for you to eat. If you were to slice that up and eat that raw, you are doing yourself a huge favor. You're on the health train, okay? You're on the fitness train, and I'm going to start doing this again. But there's other things you can do too that don't involve eating raw meat if you're really opposed to that. But I say to a lot of you, you know, you've got to branch out a little bit, right? You've got to try something different. At the moment, I'm working in an industry where I see suffering a lot, And I hear all the time, I've tried everything, I've done everything, and it is a lie, it's bullshit. One or two things have been done, and whatever the blockages are, or the laziness is, or the barriers are, you got to break them down because you haven't tried everything. So if you haven't tried raw meat, eating raw meat daily, amongst other things, you know, then you haven't really tried to cure your diabetes or lose weight or pull back on some pain that your body's having. This turned into a talk that I didn't expect. This was going to be a 5-minute light-hearted little thing. I don't know who's interested in this. I mean, anyway, I'll leave it there. Bye.